Hey, this is Kurt the boat doctor. Hey, Chris, you got a nice little boat here. 50 runs really good. That troll plate does dynamite, by the way. The bow mounts dialed in. Now, on those bow mounts, they have a calibration mode. Your headings are right, but I think that's when you're hooking up to an MFD that you calibrate it so it throws the right heading onto the display. But as far as heading the right degrees, you're right on the money. You may get a little Echo Map Garmin throw in here. You probably don't really need a GPS, but you can just get the built-in base map and it will keep you tracking, or you can get the detailed map, but then you have to go up the model in the Echo Map to get that, where you can put a chip in and put the Navionics card. But if you just had just a GPS, basically leaves a track line, there you go, you can set waypoints. But if you want more detail, you got to either go up a model or get one that takes a chip so you can put a Navionic Plus vision card in it. But other than that, I'll show you here the horn. You've already had the boat out. Live well works, but you got some stuff in there, so I'm not going to turn that. Bilge pump works. Now the nav lights, I presume he has them at home. It only had 18 hours on it, so make sure the lanyard's in. Now here's a little tidbit. Say you did pull that out. You go to start this up. You hear that beep? Right then you'll know that you forgot the safety lanyard, and of course it won't start. So see if I put that baby back in again. So that's just if you hear that and you're starting, you hear that beep, oh that's right, I don't have the lanyard. But it also will kick in on the motor, like say you have the oil issue, you'll hear that beep all of a sudden, or check your water flow. Okay, now if you got water flow, you check your oil's good. You take that cowling off, touch the head ain't super hot. Sometimes that could just be a sensor, but if it kicks into the reduction gear where 2200 is max full throttle, then you probably got an issue. I probably wouldn't drive it, but you do have the bow mount to get back on. Now the bow mount, you do have the weight, and you have the weight of that battery. So the boat, when you're taking off, you want to start trimming it to get this bow up. If not, you'll get a lot of spray coming off to the side. So right now we'll just hit the key, fire it up, put it in gear, and I'll show you what I'm saying. It's trimmed all the way down now. I'm going to hit it. See how that bow pushes down right there? See, then if you just took off, look at that. Look what would happen to you. So now what you want to do on the takeoff, you want to start trimming as soon as you feel that bow going down. Like right now I'm going to hit it. Now I'm going to start trimming up. See how it's lifting that bow up? You give it some more gas, trim it up some more. See, I'm keeping that water back here now. Now I'm going to hit more, but I'm going to max trim it. See how it just took off? And that spray's gone over there. You get it because of the weight you're pushing here. Now there is another thing you can do. Now when you give it to here, right here, see how it trims and it stops? So what you can do is back off the throttle a little bit. Now I don't know if you should do this or not because that trailer trim, but now see how I can trim it some more, like that. So I'll just trim it some more, and then I can go at a higher speed without that water splashing up really heavy. So that's a little tidbit for you. So now if you're going to use that troll plate, what you want to do is just put that neutral, trim it all the way down, just put it in gear. No, actually you don't want to put it in gear. You want to hit it in reverse actually. But what you want to do first is you want to go ahead and drop that. Now hit it in reverse. Yeah, see how then it locks it. Is what you want to do there. Now we're going backwards, so I'm just going to put it in gear. That's with the trolling plate. That's got that lift gate on it as well. See, we're going too fast in reverse, so I'm going to give it a little gas. There we go. We dead stopped it right there. So now what we're going to do is put it in gear there, but I'm going to turn it because the tide's coming in. And I'll show you another little trick. Boy, that slows you down. Now I just got it in gear. Now see, now I'm moving, but see, I'm gonna try to get it straightened out a little bit. You can always side drift if you want to. I'm gonna straighten this thing up here. It looks like it's almost getting in that slack. So now I'm gonna put it just in gear. And we're going pretty damn slow. Almost as good as that bow mount will go. That troll plate. But see how, even if you had that, how that front end wants to take off on you. So then here's something you can do. You shut this off, come up here, and of course, if once you hit this here, that releases that and pushes it forward. Then you just go here, you drop that down till it clicks. Now I'll show you some neat tricks there as far as that bow mount is concerned. Okay, so, whoa, upside down. Huh, that's funny. You hit the power key, that's gonna turn on. These are kind of nice, hit agree. You hit this one over here, and then what you want to do is steer the motor. And it's gonna drop down, whoop. There, it just dropped. I'm looking at that collar up there. Then I'm gonna hit this power up and spin it. See how it's turning? So basically this button right here, that energizes, you can see the blade's not turning. I hit this and you'll see it spinning. There's your speed right there. Speed over ground, and that's your prop thrust. So we line it up. I'm going to straighten that motor up, the main motor. You want to trim it all the way down. Then these arrows here are steering. So I'm going to turn it back to the starboard side. You'll see your motor moving. Now I'll show you your angle. So now let me see, we're going way too fast. So what I'm going to do is knock that down. I'm going to steer that straight. Let's get her down to prop thrust about 3.5, get about 2.5 miles an hour, what we want to do. Now see how I'm spinning the motor to the port side to try to keep this thing straight. Now this is doing a pretty good job of keeping this straight. Right here now I can hit the navigation button, which is this one right here. And I can jog over a little bit if I wanted to. Now, say the wind, see how that's moving to the left? What I can do is actually help steer this. I'll turn the opposite way with the motor being down. And see what we're doing. We're doing 2.3. Take that off, the navigation. Then steer the motor. And steer it right about there, and then hit that. Then what I can do, 2.4, is steer this motor. See how the motor's going to the left? I'm going to steer the main motor that way. Like this, and this is off. That's going to help as a rudder. See how it's starting to straighten that boat out without that running? And we're doing about 2.5, that's perfect. So that little thing will do dynamite for you. Now let's spin the other way, kick that off. And then if you want to spot lock it, you just hit the anchor button. Now it's finding the path of least resistance to save on battery. And then if you look at this right here, that's your feet, the feet you're off of track. We want to get her down to at least 4. I'd like to see 3. We're at 16 now. Now there's things you can do for current too, and I'll show you since the current's coming in, but like I say, it's getting to be about slack. I have it on spot lock, and you'll see the little anchor icon right there. and we're at 0.14, 14 feet. So it's trying to hold it, and it will go up and down on speed. So it just could take a while. So when you're on spot lock, go ahead and turn that motor straight. That one there, when you're on the spot lock mode. We're still at 14. That current's kind of 13, so now it's dropping. So we'll see what it does. It's doing a pretty damn good job. Look at that. 12. So it's trying to stay on a like a heading here, but spot lock you. 12, 11. See, so it's dropping. Eventually it will. Now if I was going the other way, it would be a lot easier, but I'm trying to fight that current. Now we're down to 10. Still working. It's slow and picking up speed. We're pretty much staying where we should be. 9. So it's working. I'll get down at least 3 feet off, which is really good. Okay, so now say I'm going to speed it up to about 10 is your max. Oh, we're on spot lock, so we hit that off. We're going to hit the motor on. We're going to hit the speed up, spin it that way, go up to about 10, steer it,